So STGCC is almost done in the second day, actually the final day, this Sunday today, and basically we've seen a lot of stuff already, a lot of reveals, very good stuff from XM Studios, and also a lot promising stuff from HMO. They did a very good job on those pieces, and also the Rio Studios. I just saw it this. I saw it first in the pictures, and then today I went there, and they're very amazing, very good 1/6 scale Naruto stuff, and there are also like a lot of art prints which are very good, and I even bought some, which is from Game of Thrones, and I have it signed by the artist as well. And so, for this video, I'll be showing my top 5 or my favorites in this STGCC. So, it will be the top 5 XM Studios premium collectibles. So, for the number 5th spot is Scorpion. As you can see, it is really nicely done. I really like the design. I like how it's very displayable. It fits my or the way I display my collection. Place it in a Besta, and with a very big or a wide statue, it's very hard to display them. So for this one, I really like it. They really optimize the space or the real estate for this one, and I also like it has two display options wherein you can display the modern and also the classic. I like the classic head, and I also would like to have to put the modern plates or the modern look or the breastplates, because I like the expression of the face, or let's say the eyes and also the mouth and the classic head other than the modern head. But both are really good. Both display options are really nicely done, and also it has tons of detail. As you can see, it has beautiful weathering, it has beautiful texturing, and that's really a plus for me, and it's really a great job that XM put on this stuff. Unfortunately, I didn't buy this, or didn't pre-order. I didn't have enough cash for me or this day. My wallet's already screaming, so basically I think I will wait for him on the online. So I hope I can still have him in pre-order. So this is the number 5, which is Scorpion. So number 4 from my top picks is the Dark Phoenix. She is not in the beginning in my mind, but when I pass by her in the queue, she looks really gorgeous. The detail, the sculpt is really nicely done. There's tons of details with this flame and the base, and also that uh, the the base itself, the ground, like it's pulled up. It's really well done, and I really like it. Even though it has a manga feel or an anime feel, because of the bird, it's like a Pokemon, but it is actually this bird also that I would say gives the detail on this piece that actually captured me when I passed by. And it really is well done. I hope that they really incorporate or apply the same amount of detail in terms of paint job what they did with the flames in the Ghost Rider. I like the Ghost Rider wherein they how blend the wheels and the flames. That was really nicely done. Nice technique. So I really hope I get this kind of paint job as well. Basically, I chose this one because also of the space. As you can see, the space of this or the real estate is not that big, so that's again a very plus to me, and it also really looks promising. Really very good sculpt, as you can see from this picture. So the number 4th spot, XM Studios Dark Phoenix. So for the top three, they're basically pieces that I already like even before Comic Con, or they are the ones that I have already decided that I really want them and I will buy them. It's just that I have to decide whether I buy it on the Comic Con or online. So now for the third spot would go to Optimus Prime. I basically like this piece because it is Optimus Prime, and I didn't buy it yet. I think I would buy it on online, but this piece is huge, really huge. I like how the presence of this piece, and yeah, even though it takes a lot of space, if I have to decide to place it somewhere, I don't mind because it's really nice and it really has presence. And I also like the paint job. As you can see, the paint job is superb. I really like the metallic weathering that they applied to this one. It really looks like a really good modern Optimus Prime, and it captures the realism of like a truck and turning into a robot. I think XM has mastered that kind of thing, the metallic robotic stuff, and this is no exception. This is really well done. And there's also the light up features, which I really like, and it's a step up from XM, because normally they don't have this kind of stuff, and I think I really like it because also this is a robot, uh, this is a truck, and basically it should also light up. I always like light up features, even with sideshow pieces like the Star Wars. So this one, that's why I have to buy this. I haven't bought it yet. I or pre-ordered it yet. I hope I can still see this one online because I want to get this piece as well. And there is also two display options. That's another plus for this piece, which you can actually combine the alternate alter switch outs. I mean, and which give you like tons of display options. So two major display options. I think the one is with the axe hand and also pointing up with regard his gun up, that kind of stuff. So it's actually good. It also comes with the small truck as a complement to this piece. So it's really good. This is the third pick for me, Optimus Prime. So for the runner-up, it's none other than the Hulkbuster. So this piece has been like hugely amazing, and also I would say very, very, very good because it gives you two statues and one pre-order. And yeah, it's I haven't seen that kind of pre-order ever since, and it actually is very huge, the Hulkbuster itself, and it has tons of weathering from, how would say, from sculpt to the paint. It's like it's been ripped apart. You can see from the armor, or I mean in the plates of the Hulkbuster, that it has this ripped apart, and then there's like discoloration, and it looks really good. You can see from the insides. You can also see the weathering in the feet, and it looks really amazing. I think I like how XM added this weathering approach also for this Hulkbuster. And another feature is the light up, and the light up normally doesn't come, or XM doesn't normally have the light ups. So recently they have one also with the Transformers line, and basically they added this one also, and the light up looks good, really good. You can change it with the CR2 batteries. I mean the round ones. I hope that that's correct, that they are CR2s, and this really good gives another depth of realism to the piece. Another than that is the display options, wherein the Hulkbuster itself has a good display option itself. You can there's an option wherein it's opened, and it's another option which is closed. The closed one I'm not really a fan of. I also don't like that much the face of the Hulkbuster. I didn't pick this for the face of the Hulkbuster, but I picked it up basically for the open one, because as you can see there's a lot of detail inside. They didn't leave any detail inside, that the looks really good, I mean. And the Iron Man also, which you can place in the inside the Hulkbuster, also is really good. I do wish that they add weathering in him, because I really like the plates of the suit. The cut of the plates are really nice. The suit itself also is really good. And I also did like that the fact that it's not really that I would say colorful. Actually, in the pictures, I didn't know why it's too colorful. Colorful, maybe it's from the camera or maybe with the exposure, but it's not that colorful in the actual, which I really like. I like the color scheme, and also the pose itself. So when you put it inside the Hulkbuster, it's somehow like leaning, which is also really good, and basically it gives a very good uniqueness to this piece. So it's a very very good centerpiece for any collection. So the runner-up, Hulkbuster. So before we go to the number one pick, I do have honorable mentions, because I do like these pieces. Magneto, for instance, has very good presence. Big, huge. It's just that I don't have space anymore for this kind of statues, and I'm not really fan of the white Magneto, but it does look really good. It's just not painted yet, so I couldn't decide as well. So I rather wait when it's painted. And also I don't have enough space already. It's already occupied with the Hawkbusters. And for the Batgirl looks really nice. The very dynamic pose, and the way she, or the theme itself, the concept, the ninja Batgirl, really works well with her. I like the details also with the costume. It's just that she's let's say B-lister, so I couldn't decide as well, even though she looks really good. And for Gwen, Spider Gwen, she is actually really good. I really like this piece. I would take this piece other rather than the Batgirl, because it's simple, it's unique, it's not a common character, and then it has a really nice switch out as well. It really does look good and proportion in the actual piece. And for the Starscream, of course, it's Transformers, and the same as the Optimus Prime. It's actually really big, and tons of weathering as well. It's just that this character is also a B-lister, so I have to choose one, which is the Optimus Prime. So those are the honorable mentions. So my number one pick for this XM pieces in STGCC is none other than, and obviously, the Weapon X Wolverine. I love this piece because in the first place, I like the how Wolverine is being created into a weapon. So this is the story wherein how he became that weapon, and it's really a tragic story, but it's also the story wherein what made him a hero in the first place. And then basically it's a very good character storyline for me as a comic book fan, and that's why in the very first place I really like this piece. And what actually made me triggered to buy this was uh, the water effect that he has in the piece. That is next level weathering, I would say. I'm not sure it's called weathering as well or an effect, but it's really good. um, it's something else, because basically this would give the piece its uniqueness, and it basically for sure a difficult task to do, especially in production. I do not know how the XM would do this in production. I even heard that this might be not used in production. I mean, the water effect. I hope that wouldn't happen because the water effect is really something else that made this piece original in its own. And other than that, I think XM also has some perfected. I'm not sure perfected, but in this piece, it has a very good hair effect also, and that's again a very good job from XM. I and also the switch outs. The switch outs you can actually um I would say change the head sculpt, and it changes the entire, let's say, theme of the or the look of the piece. And basically this adds to the display options for this piece, because you can actually swivel also the this how I'd say monitors at the back, or basically attached to the base. And another good feature is this decals in these monitors. It looks amazing. And yeah, basically there's also some wires, so mixed media in itself, it's really good. And I think the good thing also is that it can be displayed. In my understanding, for sure it can be displayed in the Besta, because the base is not that big, and Wolverine is actually on top of the base. I think there was an option where he can also go out, but I would prefer him to be inside on top, to also minimize space. So that's actually a very good displayability for me, because as I've said, I am using a Besta. So Wolverine itself is really good, really done. Paint and sculpt wise, really good. So this is my number one pick, and yeah, it's been a very good, let's say, queue. I really hope that I mean, when I was in the queue, I really hope that I would still get this piece. And yeah, I think it didn't run out. It was still there, and we're really very happy. So, and also to mention is that but my pick is normally based on, I mean, the top five picks that they're normally based on displayability, and also the, how would say, value for money. So even those Hawkbuster, I do believe I get the very good value with the Hawkbuster, even though it's very expensive, because I get, like I said, I get two pieces. It has light up features as well, and very good display options. So I do believe it's really nice. And some of the pieces like the Scorpion, it's actually really good. I really liked it. It's unique in its sense. That's why I also like those pieces. And yeah, so this is my top five XM pieces in the STGCC 2017. And I hope you comment also your top five, and maybe we can share your opinions and thoughts on these pieces for XM. So I think that's all. I hope you subscribe, and I also hope you enjoy. See you in the next video.